And at last, okay, ladies and gentlemen, come on. At this point, welcome to Meet You, baby. My name's Dart Sultan.
My name's Robbie.
Robbie Armfield, the boy, the boy wonder. Happy Mother's Day.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you. Have you had a good day?
I did have a nice day. Yeah, family, brunch. And, no, super good. What about you? Your mum's in Queensland, was that right?
Yeah, mum's in Queensland. Mother's Day's tough for me.
Yeah.
Because of, you know I used to be a MILF hunter. And I think Mother's Day just reminds me of the atrocities that I committed when I was hunting. And my dad, my granddad, we're all MILF hunters. So when it comes to Mother's Day, I feel like a fraud.
What are you talking about? Is this a bit?
It's a bit.
Okay, all right.
About PTSD from MILF hunting, like it's a war. Yeah. Do you like that or?
Okay. No, that's were you gearing up for that?
Yeah, I thought about it this morning. Yeah, I thought it'd be a good bit.
So Dart is kind of keen for us to maybe introduce a small stand-up section of the show.
Yeah.
So basically, maybe 2 minutes each of stand-up.
2 minute jokes that we've been thinking
to each other.
Yeah.
Do you want to
rattle?
Do you reckon
off?
you might have it in you to do that gag as a stand-up thing right now? Do you reckon? Or
I'll try.
Absolutely fine if not.
And then you give me notes.
No. Yeah. If you feel like up to it, let's give it a go.
It's Mother's Day today. Yeah, Mother's Day. Woo! Just picturing myself in the club. Mother's Day is always hard for me. It's always hard because, I don't like to talk about it a lot anymore. But in my younger years, straight out of high school, I actually spent a bit of time as a MILF hunter. Laughter. So, yeah. My dad was a MILF hunter, my granddad before him, so it's always been in the family, a bit of a tradition. And so when it comes to Mother's Day, I feel like a bit of a wolf, a munch sheep, and yeah, that's it. How do you think?
Time.
Yeah. Boo!
Asking timer. Time.
Time. Baby reindeer guy.
Speaking of mothering, I'm curious to know where we each learned how to brush our teeth.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'll just give some context. Just as I arrived, Dart was halfway. He started his teeth cleaning, which I don't know if this is right. I do it a different way, but maybe this is a thing.
Yeah.
You started by flossing. You had a big thing of floss in your mouth when I entered the door. And then you said, is it okay if I clean my teeth? I was like, yeah, sure. I didn't know that it would be literally a 15-minute.
Yeah.
It was 15 minutes long. So he's got an electric toothbrush that sits in his mouth. He sat on the couch just staring into space with... the
way you describe it.
And then you walked into another room.
Yeah, I went into the kitchen.
And look, so I'll just start with where did you learn to do that?
So mum was a dental hygiene nurse when I was much younger, and she was very pedantic about us. I didn't brush my own teeth until I was in school.
Really?
Yeah. My mum and my uncle, who are twins, would sit me and my cousin, my uncle's son, up on the kitchen bench and brush our teeth so that they were done properly. And then when I guess I eventually learned how to do it, and it was a very thorough process, not in a freaky, abusive way, but it was very important. Dental hygiene in my family is huge. I do not know why. Dental hygiene, tennis.
I was not anticipating this answer at all.
Yeah, it's a huge thing.
And it's also, that's really bizarre that you started late. That you didn't have...
autonomy.
She didn't give you the option.
No.
And it would have just been normal to you. You were like, oh, well, I guess everybody...
Yeah. And now I've got... And I'm really big on it as well. And I brush too much.
I think, because and by the way, I don't know anything more than you probably about this. But I have heard from when I have gone to the dentist infrequently, they always say, maybe peg it back a bit on how, get a soft brush and do less because you're actually harming your gums. So
have heard that off a million people, never a dentist. And I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying that every girlfriend I've had, it's such an issue how long I brush my teeth for. It's such an issue. They hate it. They see me with a toothbrush in my mouth. They're like, oh, because they know that I'm going to be like unable to talk to for ages. They hate it. Can you imagine?
Well, I'm in a bit of a bad mood because of it.
Yeah. Robbie said before he's in a bad mood.
Well, just because we agreed on a time, I rocked up, and I didn't realize that when you said, is it okay if I brush my teeth? I didn't know it was going to be that.
Yeah.
And now, and as it kept going on, I was in a rage was slowly building in me. And whether that's reasonable or not, people, but I was fascinated by the process, and I thought, look, let's wait till the mics are on, and then we'll have a look at
put
this.
a comedic spin on it.
Yeah, comedic spin amongst friends,
amongst us.
But that's incredible.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Can I say though, why it sort of frustrates me? Because beyond of the arrival and whatever the lateness, I think even if there wasn't anything that we were about to be doing together, it still would probably frustrate me a little bit. And because I think it sits in my head as, I know a few blokes, really close people to me, a lot of, maybe most close men to me do that thing. It's a very stereotypical thing where they stay seated on the toilet much longer than is like technically required.
Sure.
And I think you definitely do that.
I do that, yeah. I enjoy my toilet time.
And I fully don't understand it. And to me, I guess the extended teeth cleaning sits in the same category.
Yeah. No, I think it's completely reasonable to be enraged by it. I'm not going to defend
Very
myself.
Understanding of
I think it's annoying. It's an annoying thing that I do. It's annoying for me, and it's just such a habit.
You got to tell me more. Do you mind if we go in the process a little bit?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Fuck no, homie. So positive.
So you start flossing. Is that the best way?
So this is the way I think about it.
Maybe I do it wrong.
I floss first because I get shit out of my teeth, and those little bits of food, those whatever, they're in the mouth. They're dirtying the teeth. I don't want the teeth to be clean yet. I feel like if I cleaned first and then brushed first, flossed after, that I would contaminate the clean teeth with the stuff I'm getting out in the middle.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So that's my and yes, that is always how I've been taught to do it. Yeah.
Does your mum brush her teeth for as long as you?
She brushes them not for as long as me, but for a long time. And nearly everyone in my family on my mum's side does the thing of getting the toothbrush, getting the floss, sitting on the couch, turning the TV on, putting something on, flossing, brushing,
Okay, what's coming to mind for me is you hate camping. Or at least you've almost never camped.
Yeah. Well, I've camped a lot, but yeah, I don't like being dirty.
So, what was it like brushing your teeth when you were camping? Because there's famously, water is more of a hot commodity when you don't
I've got it
have
sorted.
a tap. You've got it sorted?
Yeah.
Tell me how it works.
So if it's camping for a couple of days, the electric toothbrush will work. I'll have bottled water. I'll have toothpaste. I'll have floss. I just pour a little bit of water to wet the toothpaste, wash it out.
So it doesn't change anything?
It doesn't change anything. I'll do it for longer. Got the wilderness.
It's like a smoko for you.
It's like a smoko. It's a mindful moment.
What are you thinking about? Because for me, I guess I relate to that when I go for a run. I think I have maybe a similar kind of mind frame or something. This might be different, but there's nothing but that process.
Yeah.
And so where did your mind go today? Because you sat and you stared at the blank TV.
I was very aware of the deteriorating mood of my podcast co-host. I was worried. My mind was worrying.
Fair enough.
About
I probably wasn't
annoying you.
I did eventually. I eventually said this is why, but I was debating whether to do that. Yeah, it's all
my friends.
The battles and the wars, man. It's like fuck.
I know.
Is it worth going into?
My personal mates will be listening to this rejoicing because they all hate it too. You're not alone.
Okay.
It's a hated thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It happened to strike at a particularly inopportune moment as well,
and
which is a shame.
Also, yeah, when I rock up to record at Robbie's, he's ready to go. When we record at mine, I'm never ready to go. So it's a greater
Watch
issue
this
that needs
space.
to- Watch this space. Another thing to work on. I love improving myself.
Anything for you, Robbie.
I've changed 10 things in the last month. No, I'm joking.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Robbie and I had a really nice night together last
Oh,
week.
we did, yeah. So
Day and night.
So yeah, I'd been going through it, and Dart super kindly was there for me, and he was just there for me, and it was super lovely, and we had a nice fucking extended day, night, just hang.
Yeah, we recorded the last pod that you would have saw, and then the one before this one, and then we didn't talk about it, but that was in the morning, and we hung all through the day, all into the night.
He kindly allayed his work that he had to do to sort of basically accommodate my depressed ass. I needed it, mate. I really that day. I just had some. It just was a bad case.
Just going through some stuff.
Just going through some shit, and yeah, we did heaps. We watched the rest of Baby Reindeer.
We did. We finished off Baby Reindeer, which we'll
touch on briefly, I think.
Very briefly.
Ever so briefly.
Very briefly. There. I've already forgotten about it, so, you know.
Baby Reindeer, we got some beautiful fish burgers and chips, and we went live on the Instagram.
We went live, which I hated.
You hated it so much.
I hate going live on
And I
Instagram.
actually thought it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I was having a little bit of fun.
Yeah. People, it's a stalemate with going live. I watch it every time. The person going live, whether it's us, whether it's like a famous person, whether it's a liked person, disliked person, they go live, and the people that tune in think that the person going live is going to do something interesting, and the person that goes live thinks that the people that are watching are going to make it interesting by asking, saying things. Neither happen, and it's just an awkward, unproduced, boring interaction.
It's entirely it. That is exactly it. Every single time. I only wanted us to try it just because we hadn't done one in
I'll do it
years.
again. But I'm not super against it. I just want to be honest that I fucking hate it.
Fully agree with you.
Fully
agree with you.
Yeah.
And it was just... I just wanted to experience anything that day, I think,
Anything that would make you feel...
Anything that would make me feel something, and yeah, it was a different experience, and it was rubbish, and we appreciate everyone that came through.
It's nothing to do with you guys.
No, nothing to do with you at all. Yeah. They just are a rubbish thing. Even when somebody like Doja Cat does her live things, or
boring.
Even somebody that we like, Mac DeMarco or something, does it just kind of reeks. So yeah, you're right.
It reeks.
We did that. We watched... What do we do after that? Oh, yeah, we went to the fucking pub.
We went to the pub.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, we went to the pub. That was great. We
played some pool.
Drank some jugs and played some pool.
We drank a lot.
And
Jaeger shots before we left the house.
Oh, that's right. We did a bunch of Jaeger. Did a bunch of shots here in the apartment while we were listening to Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
You know, we posted that video on Instagram of us air guitaring. We were doing that to Queens of the Stone. This bit.
Dart was enlightening me about how similar No One Knows is to a Radiohead song from OK Computer called...
Always forget the name of it.
Subterranean Homesick Film Score Music. What is...
It's on OK Computer. It's considered one of the lesser liked tracks, I think, because it breaks up the sound. And it is called...
It's a bit janky.
Electioneering. And I felt... Listen to Electioneering off OK Computer, Radiohead, and tell me that it doesn't sound like the start of No One Knows by Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
Tell me, Dad. Run, Dad.
So we can't include it because of copyright, but if you do you want to...
we can on the pod. And
And that was OK Computer. This is Queens of the Stone Age. Bam, 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 And I realize
you're mine. Good song.
Good songs,
Great
both.
song.
Yep. Pool.
And then we came back. We had another couple of drinks, and we started watching, but fell asleep to The Secret Life of Walter Mitty with Ben Stiller, and
About 10 years old.
10 years old,
Kristen
comedy.
Wiig.
Kristen Wiig, yeah.
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn. Interesting film.
I think I think everyone's seen it but us.
Yeah.
It feels like. So it's about a guy that works at Life magazine that doesn't have a life, that he then is thrust into life by, I don't know, his want to do so.
The need and romance. I don't know. I don't have too many strong feelings on it, but it did kind of fit the theme of two boys that get a bit scared sometimes about living.
Yeah.
But it didn't really strike a chord with me.
It was funnier than I thought it was going to be, which I liked.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
parts.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
We might include like a quick picture that, what's his name? The bad guy in it. He's in everything. You know who I'm talking about. He's in Severance. He's the bully brother in Step Brothers.
Yeah. I don't know what it's. He's in Party Down as well.
Yeah, he's an absolute goat.
Fuck, he's good.
And
he is fantastic.
He plays he's the antagonist in this Walter Mitty. And Robbie and I were fucking breathless watching this thing. And we'll include a pic, hopefully here, of the beard that they have him in. And it's the funniest beard
I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I've not seen a funnier beard than this.
It is so subtly hilarious. Like, it's so you just saw it. It's fucked. It's like a different shade of black. There's never been a shaped beard like that.
I think it's a stroke of genius. Like the costume department, the way that they fashion that.
Things like that must just happen with him because he is so funny, like, and so good at playing that douchebag guy. Like, I still think about the scene in Step Brothers where he talks about how he hasn't eaten a carb and he pulls up his shirt and it's like dripping oiled tanned abs like that.
And then again.
Yeah.
We gladly fell asleep to it, and Dart pulled out he's got this couch comes out to a really comfortable bed. Now what happened though was, so those long-time listeners will know that Dart snores. I forgot about this. It's been a while since I've slept near him. And that's okay. It's his house. He kindly allowed me here. But that wasn't the only noise that we heard throughout the night, was it, Dart?
No. The cafe.
So, Dart lives above the Burgoyne.
Burgoyne nightclub. Fucking
5 a.m., they start blasting
Drake. Passionate from miles away. Passion with the things you say. They start off with that every morning. It's like, it's so loud, bro. They start this music every morning, 7 days a week, 5 a.m. And as Robbie said, I'm the only one that could live here because I sleep through anything.
It's the perfect space for you.
Yeah.
You were like a golden child there, just in a golden slumber. But yeah, and then you couple that with the toilet situation, which is still not fixed. Still
fucked. Still pissing in buckets on the rag. Thought I was going to have to shit in a bucket the other night. Because I just immediately, I was like, I've got diarrhea. And I was like, if I go to the toilet, which half the time it is occupied, I'm going to come back in here, I'm going to pull my pants down in my kitchen, and I'm going to squat over a bucket, and I'm going to squirt shit into this bucket. And I'm going to have a serious conversation with myself and a few other people about what that means. Because, like, how would I even dispose of that shit? It's a terrible thing to think about.
And I should say, this potentially horrendous diarrhea situation was on the back of the real estate letting you know that they were likely to increase the rent by 10%.
I'm on a 6-month lease, and I've never been on anything but a 12-month lease. And I've moved around a lot, and I really value, as I'm sure you all do as well, just having your own space set up. I still feel like it's set up, but like, there's a couple of bits of furniture that I'm like just at the end of paying off, and I can't wait to have like everything paid, and I own everything in my apartment. I was just like, dope. And I settle in for a little while. And it's coming up in June, my fucking lease ends, and I'm like, all right, this place looks great. I keep it really clean. They did an inspection. After they do this inspection, I'm going to see if I can get a 12-month lease out of them, re-sign. Not only are they not offering me any lease, they want me to go down to a week-by-week basis. They're chucking up the rent by a really high amount, right? A really high amount. And my experience here has been of my own making dope, but like everything that they have on offer fucking sucks. The bathroom, the noise,
And now the door's fucked.
Oh, the door in the bathroom
door
is
busted.
Fucked. It's busted, bro.
And it does stink in there.
It stinks in there.
It's a bad roach problem.
There's heaps of cockroaches. Not in my apartment, in the fucking bathroom.
No, the bathroom.
I don't know why. They're through the drain?
Look, it's the area of Sydney we're in, I think. It's just, people have roaches.
I
It's
live
not that big a deal.
atop of Burgoyne.
You might be right.
Robbie gave me this cup of water. Look at this Paul McCartney mug. I got this Paul McCartney mug. Robbie and I got this mug.
I wish I did now. I wish I did.
It is the most hefty, substantial, heaviest mug. Thick, this thing is like...
Talking about camping, this is a camping mug.
It's a camping mug. You take it to Vietnam if you were like on a fucking tour in the army. And
Dart did one of the funniest things. So Dart's ability to... I don't know, your body doing violence is just really funny. Maybe it's the same with I don't know.
Thank you.
You and he was like, look how hefty this thing is. It's like a weapon. And we were like saying you should have it underneath your bed because you could really... Can you finish the drink?
Oh, yeah, I'll do it a little bit.
We'll do it a little bit later, but like just...
I'll show you the moves.
You
I'll
need
get
to
up
see
and I'll
the
show you
move.
the move.
If you're watching this, you'll see the move.
Yeah.
He
You can watch on
holds it
YouTube.
and he uses it like a...
Yeah, it's a pretty good weapon if you did the proper training, which I've been doing some.
Knuckle the jaw, bullets hit the floor. And some weak motherfuckers yelling, please no more. But now you punk bitches can't believe what you're just on. No guns or knives, just a good old fashioned brawl. Back against the wall and I'm ready to brawl, ready for war. Won't be punished no more, fuck all of yours. Sure, you're talking shit more, but I'm sure you're for. Sipping soup to a straw, how's your jaw?
Have you ever had a weapon under your bed?
Only when traveling. I was
Holy
camping in like the middle of nowhere. I was camping in the middle of nowhere with my girlfriend and I was really scared and I had a knife under my...
Where was this?
Tasmania. It's pathetic. I was in the middle of nowhere. I was like...
It's not in the middle of nowhere.
I was thinking of like...
Tasmania's so small.
So is it good or bad that I was scared?
I will validate you that I don't even know why I was diminishing you because I've had almost the exact same experience in Tasmania. Bridie will verify that we were in a camper van thing, driving around, sleeping in the van. It was awesome.
Yeah.
But like one particular night we had to like stay in, I think it was Hobart, like around the streets, like in our van. We didn't have curtains.
Yeah.
And I was terrified.
You know,
Would you have been similar, do you think?
Yes. And Bridie didn't give a fuck?
No, she was totally cool.
Of course.
With it.
That's the same with my
Yeah.
ex. She was completely fine. I'm like, we stayed. It should have been beautiful. And I was too busy. This is when my anxiety was at its worst. So many years ago. And we were driving around in one of those wicked campers around Tassie. Mm-hmm. And we stopped by, I think it was called... Beach of Fires? Lake of Fires?
Bay of Fires?
Bay of Fires.
Yeah.
We're at Bay of Fires. And we had this beach to ourselves. We got drunk and ate this beautiful food on this private beach to ourselves. And we camped. The tent popped up on the roof and there was and we slept there by the beach. And there was just this big kind of highway, like this road that was there, like a little bit, maybe like 10 meters away from where we were camping, where a car would come by every now and then. And recently there was I don't remember, but there was I don't want to like trigger warning here, but it was recent to these two men went camping with this woman and it turned out that they murdered her. Do you remember this? I think it might have even been in Tassie.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Fuck,
and it
that's
really
awful.
upset me, that story. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about Wolf Creek. It wouldn't happen these days. I'd be fine these days. But back then, it was one of my most horrifying nights. I had a weapon under my thing then, because I think the idea of like having to face off with a threat in the middle of nowhere was a scary thing. Now I feel like I'm him.
So you just had like
pow, pow, pow.
Was there a road nearby, or was
that was what was freaking me out. One main road, and I felt like someone, like someone late in the night, like a murderer late in the night would like drive past and see our van in the middle of the beach and be like, I'm gonna kill.
Yeah, I always had the exact same thing. We stayed near this place called Penguin. Did you go to Penguin?
Yeah.
Cool place. They've got the big penguin. They dress it up all different ways.
Yeah.
We were there when it was dressed up as for Anzac.
That's awesome.
Soldier? It was like a soldier, yeah. What was it? Do you remember what it was when you were there?
I don't think it was dressed up. Is it always dressed up?
Maybe it's not always dressed up.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not always
dressed up. I think it was naked.
Oh. We stayed nearby and it was just off the highway, And my worry was not so much that somebody was going to, although that was part of it, somebody was going to see the van and just going to fuck these guys up.
Yeah.
But the other one was, I just thought, a car's just going to careen off the road.
Oh, yeah, that's another one.
Directly into carnage.
Yeah. But thankfully, I have gotten out of that, because I've gotten out of that mind frame. It is a frame of mind you can leave. It's not you. And because I used to have it, dude. We went with this same girlfriend. She was very like adventurous she made me do all this stuff. And when I say made me, I didn't want to fucking do it, but I did it because I knew I had to, and I was pleased that I did. We went on this 100K hike. I don't know if I've talked about this on pod. We went on a 100K hike. It was the length of the Great Ocean Road, through like the national park there that goes alongside the Great Ocean Road. And it's supposed to take 6 nights, 7 days. And we did it in 5 nights, 6 days, I think. Like we did a couple of huge days. And like, I remember there was this one time, like I was just horrified. The whole time I was horrified. What if I get bit by a snake? What if I get bit by a spider? What are we going to do out here if this happens? There's no roads here for Ks and Ks and Ks. Horrifying to me.
Was it just you and her?
Just me and her. Because like, I think that the thing back then was that, so this is around 2015. This is when my anxiety was at its worst. It was like, it's me and her. And I knew that she viewed me as like, I've got a guy with me. Yeah, I've got a big guy with me. That's good. But like, I viewed me as a cowardly lion. So I was like, we're not safe. I'm not equipped. And like, and I was so, she was the commando, and she looked after me. She was amazing.
What were you like to be around on that week? Because part of I think probably the joy of the outdoors and the camping and the overcoming, right, and the distance and stuff, but also some gags and jabs here and there, some japes. What were you like?
I could force myself to put forward an illusion of being well enough to do some jokes now and then, but what it was like hanging out with me through this period was like I wasn't even there. And like, we're joking about it, but I was really unwell.
Oh no, I
like during this hike, I remember wondering whether I had become psychotic because my thinking was so altered, and I was because we were just walking in silence all day with I had like 30 kilos on my back of pack. It was so difficult physically, this hike, and I was just I retreated into my head.
I've got such a vivid movie scene about this in my head. Like, those scenes where like a guy is like deathly, beyond thirsty, like walking through the desert. Like, and it's got those like fast, crazy camera angles where he's like hearing different voices.
Yeah. That's essentially what
that's what I imagine it being like.
It was one of the hardest.
What was that?
It was one of the hardest things I'd ever done. And then I'd see the sun setting. And it was like this duality because I was happy that we were going to be able to stop hiking, but nights were the worst because I felt claustrophobic by the darkness. Because when it's dark and you're in the middle of nowhere, it is dark. Yeah. You know what I mean? You were fucking... And I knew that I was going to be trapped with my thoughts in the dark, and that was the worst because I had nothing to distract me from the craziness.
Did you have sex at all that way?
Not a little bit. Not even once. Nothing.
You would have been too
I didn't want
exhausted.
to. No. Do you know, that being said, I will say, I don't know if this is what it's like with you. I will say, back when my anxiety was really bad, when it was really, really, really bad at its worst, sometimes I would get like hornier than normal. And I don't know whether, I think there is something to that. Like there's, I think there is something that kicks in like an innate instinct when you feel when you think you're going to die. There is a part of that journey that can be passing on your DNA, becomes a urge because you think you're going to die. It's like a survival thing. Speaking of nice things, after we finished having our sleepover, when Robbie was leaving, Robbie asked me to be a best man at his wedding. And said a very lovely little, lead up thing into that. And it's the first time I've been asked to do anything like that. And yeah, it's a huge honor and I'm so excited. And I think after the time that we had, it felt like very, very special.
Oh, it was
very
special.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, it's such a pleasure. And, Dart's obviously just an absolutely treasured part of my life. And,
thanks, man.
It's
You
just
too.
such a wonderful thing. Yeah, no, I mean, like, so it's
Holy hell!
It's a fucking like just.
It fucking really. I did this to Bridie the other night. Brides rang me, and I it's like hello, and I was like. Like I did, and she fell for it.
Really?
Yeah. And I said,
doesn't feel great when they fall.
It feels awful. It feels awful. She said, "Oh, are you okay?" And I immediately felt awful. Told her I wasn't because we do this thing where we pretend we're fucking broken down crying sometimes when we call one another, and yeah, completely tricked Brides. But I said I didn't feel guilty because Brides tried to call me once. A few weeks ago, about a month ago, she tried to call me. I didn't pick up. Tried to call again. I didn't pick up. And I had Mum here. That's why I wasn't picking up. And then she texted me and she said, "Please call me. I've got to tell you something." And I thought she was in. She the way she worded it, like she did it to. Called her straight back. It was like some Skibbity Toilet shit. It was like her singing like Skibbity Toilet. Complete manipulation.
Yeah, we've all done it. We've all done it.
So I said it was payback.
Payback's
a bitch.
Payback's a bitch. I guess I should have known better.
If I had a wish, I would never.
For those that don't know, can you please just give us the briefest rundown on that situation? Because so one of the things that happened when I was hanging out here recently with you is. Dart said, "Do you know Jojo Siwa? Is that her name?"
Jojo Siwa.
So, one of the contestants in Dance Mums.
Yeah, so she was Dance Mums American reality show, and she was one of the main kids back then.
And Dart was just telling. He's like, and then he just started, telling me all about this. Really, to me, like quite an interesting situation.
Yeah,
I was like, why?
So I'll run over it pretty briefly, but Jojo Siwa, child star, she's just turned 21, I believe, and she's had a huge career, first on Dance Mums, and then, so she was a dancer, a little girl, dancer, and then from Dance Mums launched a music career where she had heaps of, bigger than the Wiggles type shit, like sold out shows for kids. Kanye West, like she's met Kanye West. She's a multi-millionaire. And her big signature thing is sequins and bright colors, and she wears a big bow. And she herself had described herself as a grown-up toddler. That's her brand, that she's a grown-up toddler. And she talks like this, and she's really crazy, and she's really like weird kind of person. Kids love her. that's that. She has just recently released a new single called Karma, and it's her, as she describes it, her Miley Cyrus bangers era moment where she's reinventing herself from child star to an adult pop star that is to be taken seriously, that is grown up, that isn't a child anymore, that is a sexual being, and she's also come out as gay.
So she's now making gay pop?
So she said, one of the big quotes that's come of this is that she said she had a conversation with her record label head. She said, I want to do something different. I want to invent a new type of music. It's called gay pop, which, of course, as everyone knows, is something that already exists, has existed for decades. And
just pop.
And this is the issue, that basically JoJo Siwa is... So child stars are some of the most attached people of all time. And then, I think, and then JoJo Siwa is coming in with this bad girl persona. She's dressing up. She looks like a member of Kiss. We'll put a few photos up. She's got this song called Karma. And it's Karma's a bitch. I should have known better. And it's all about like not cheating on your partner. And she's like grinding on all these chicks in the film clip. And it's really off-putting. And it's not off-putting because she's gay.
It's awkward.
It's off-putting because...
She's just a bad dancer.
Let's just include like a small 2-second with no... Look at this shit. And the song, it turns out, was written by Timbaland.
He seemed to be involved in it.
Yeah, Timbaland and someone else. And it was released already in like 2008 or some shit. It's like already a song. So...
But it was like shelved, right? Like that's where the confusion was, because it was like not released.
It was like not released.
But then, so JoJo Siwa...
It's not an original song, which is important because she said that this is a really personal song that's about this thing that happened to her, but it's like obviously not. And so it's just like a big fumble. It's very cringe. She's getting memed out of her fucking brain on the internet. But the lack of... she's got zero... It's really unfortunate for her, and who gives a fuck, because she's got everything that she could want in the world. She doesn't get to choose to be a relevant star that people care about. Like, why should we listen to what JoJo Siwa has to say? You know what I mean? And then she comes through with this song and no one gives a fuck. Like, people give a fuck, but in a joking way, and are making fun of her. And I think that's completely fair enough, because it deserves to be ridiculed, because it's not good art, and it's bad, and it's cringy, and she's an embarrassing person. And she should just stop trying to be famous. She's already got all the millions and millions in the world that she has, and she should just go travel and fuck chicks and spend her money and have fun. Yeah, she's not a musician.
Now, and the other really interesting part about it for me is that people are so enraged or about JoJo Siwa's, forced attempt at relevance that they have made the original version of the song rocket up the charts beyond JoJo Siwa's song's place.
Yes.
So I think that's kind of cool.
It's a nice little story of the internet. Really, the internet is the ultimate judge. They giveth, they taketh away. The internet can give you the world, and it can fucking take everything. And it seems to do so with deft judgment. It seems to don't you feel like the internet usually does a pretty good job at fucking over people who deserve to be fucked over? Do you ever feel like, they shouldn't have been done? Maybe Kieran's
a good example where I think it was but that was a weird time.
True.
That was a particularly bizarre time. But yeah, I would agree that he was done dirty. I think. Hey, what a great thing we're talking about the internet. Let's look at the menagerie. What do you think?
Welcome.
Let's look at the menagerie.
Let's go to the menagerie. Fuck it.
Where should we start?
Let's start with one of yours. So for those watching on, listening, you can go to this part on YouTube if you like, and you'll be able to see the videos that we're watching because we'll have them on YouTube. Welcome to meet you on YouTube. Subscribe, please. Like the video. Hey, share it with your friends.
Okay. 3, 2,
Yep.
1. Read it out.
Done it. Joni Mitchell has joined OnlyFans. Oh my gosh.
It's one of it's a recent picture, I suppose, and
Fuck me.
I just fucking lost it. There's nothing really more to say about this. I think it's a really funny meme. That's it. Because she's going through trials, right? So there's
what trials is she going through?
well, like she can't, didn't she have like some brain injuries? She can't like sing properly anymore. She's on, she's on her way out, sort of thing, and it's sort of upsetting.
She's on the OF.
What I think's funny about it is like her and Neil Young. Did you they famously like stepped away from Spotify, removed all their, and so now they're back on Spotify, and the reasoning is Joe Rogan has stopped talking about anti-vaccine stuff, so we'll just come back. It's all right. I love that.
Yeah, right.
Reasoning.
Yeah, okay. Was that what it was about?
That's the reasoning. Yeah. So it was around COVID times. Joe Rogan got the big Spotify deal. He was doing the anti-vax thing, and they were like, "Fuck this, fuck you, we're out." And now they're like, "It makes no difference whether we're on or off Spotify right now. We're gonna come back."
They did something. Screen record on. World out. World out. All right. So some of these I've put in and I've showed you already, but I want everyone to see them because I just think they're so funny.
Okay, cool. Can I have a look?
You sent me this that I thought was really funny.
Yeah, thought daughter has taken over gay son.
Yeah.
Challenges has become Luca Guadagnino's highest grossing film domestically, surpassing Call Me By Your Name in just 5 days.
So that was very funny.
Yeah.
We shared that on the story.
That's a good one.
I showed you this already, but I think it's great.
Yeah. So I sent you this.
You sent me that first?
I sent you this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I sent it to you.
No, Sophie sent it to me, and then I sent it to you, and then you sent 2 rows of caps lock ha-ha-has that bend me over. No, it's not. It doesn't matter. It's just...
Fuck, man. My bad. Fuck.
You remember now, right?
I do.
Yeah.
How funny.
It's full on. It's full on.
I
did laugh, though.
Second week in a row, we've made fun of blind people a lot recently.
Yeah, that's sort of why I I'm a bit like...
Yeah. All right. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, come on! Your turn. Very good time. Your turn. 2, 3, 4, come on!
Wow. So that has... Okay. So the first thing you look at, I think when you see something like that, my eyes immediately go to how viral it is.
Yeah.
So this has been shared thrice, maybe.
Yeah.
2 comments or something.
3 times, yeah.
Yeah,
I like to skate. I like to get down to the bottom of the barrel and scrape the fucking scum.
This is scum.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's just kind of really desperate.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And foreign.
Yeah. There's something about it's the tone of it. It's the like, I'm in society, I'm breaking the And then it's also the AI mask thing. And it's also the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, like life's a joke, like, you know, like fedora attitude. And he's the Blue's Clues shirt.
It sucks.
It sucks. It
Yeah.
sucks. It's fucking crazy. I don't know who makes this type of shit. I love it. I'm
You love it.
fascinated.
Yeah.
I
This is very
love it.
like that's very you. I
Very
would
me.
yeah.
Very me.
Yeah.
I've got 2 more for you.
Okay.
Costco guys. Of course we go shopping while eating a chicken bake.
We're Costco guys. Of course we had to try the new double chunk chocolate cookie.
We're Costco guys. Of course we have to try out the furniture.
We're Costco guys. Why the heck would anybody
This is not
work
even a
out with
quarter of the
tires?
way through.
That's really long. You don't have to watch it all if you don't want to.
We're Costco guys.
You might want to, though.
What the heck is this thing?
They start losing the format
We're
here.
Costco guys. Of course we look at every TV in the place every time we come in.
We're Costco guys. Of course we try the sample even though we bought the thing the last 3 times we were here.
So ask yourself, what is this content?
We're Costco guys.
Doing.
Of course we cool off in the milk fridge.
Is it supposed
We're
to be
Costco
funny?
guys. I'm still eating my chicken bake.
We're Costco,
We're
guys.
Costco
I'm
guys.
still eating my
Of
chicken
course we
bake.
throw the paper towels.
Throw the paper towels. I think it's
We're
just supposed to be
Costco guys.
relatable
Now it's
to people
20
who shop
pounds
at
of meat.
Costco.
That's exactly what it's meant to be, yeah.
We're Costco
But there
guys.
is something about the enthusiasm of which it's delivered. Like these 2 guys have drunk the Kool-Aid, this father and son. They are living in the world that that big corporations want us to feel like that they want us to live in, to be consuming cheap garbage and to be happy about it and be ecstatic.
Yeah, exactly. This is
And they fascinate
yeah,
me, these guys.
this is the singularity of brands
Consumerism.
having personality on
Yeah.
on social media, right? Yeah.
And these guys are huge. They review food. They go around and review food, and they do. It's the food is either doom or boom. So if it's bad, it's doom, and if it's good, it's boom. It's never doom. Never doom. It's always boom. So they eat the thing. It's always like a cheeseburger or something. It's always like a pizza. It's always fattening. This is good, cheesy, meaty. I'm giving this a boom, and then it's
So you're discovering these through mindless reel scrolling,
Yes.
is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a psyop in my reels.
Okay.
And then this is the last one for you.
yeah.
you ready?
That one's crazy though because their use of language is I find really fascinating when people that aren't funny try to be funny by thinking that saying too many words is funny.
Yes, I know what you mean.
I think that I don't know where that is adapted from.
Yeah.
I don't know what they see that they're trying to emulate.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. I know.
That bit where he's like, when you free sample the thing that you've already bought 3 times last week, and
Yeah. It's like jamming heaps in. Yeah, it is from something, isn't it?
it feels like, I guess it just feels American first of all, but
Yeah.
it also, maybe it's just American.
Yeah.
Feels like The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then last one.
A Sati Gune photo tank. How much you get? How much you get me then? 6 $1,000? That's how I talk, dude.
6, 7 of them.
I got my own dictionary on the dude. I got my own dictionary gear now on Amazon, but dang. You don't believe me? I got my own dictionary here for the first time to take on Amazon, dude. Let me show you. Let me show you. The folks 7 down tegelings. Just minute and then. Alright, dog, dude. Sati you now, tank. Here you go, dude. I ain't gonna ever get him. Is you even a gearman? Is your fault, tank?
Fuck. What is this? A Clockwork Black?
That was a good joke. Yeah. So like,
Oh, bro, that's
just invented his own language and is just freaking out this cashier. And
it is freaky.
It's
I kind
freaky.
of don't like those ones because I think it's just mean to
Yeah.
the guy that is
Yeah.
doing a shitty.
a shitty job,
already.
and then he gets made he looks like the fool on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm typically in that camp, but that one tickled me for some reason.
Can we, the Vietnamese man, please, can you show me?
The Vietnamese man.
I'm black Vietnamese.
Oh gosh, are we doing that?
Well, fuck. This one, I lost it at this one. I don't know why. It just.
I sent this to Robbie, and we'll include it as a bonus menagerie. But yeah, I sent this one to Robbie, and we've been quoting. Oh God, we've been quoting it a lot. Should we include that Kings of Leon?
Yeah. Look at this.
Hello, Australia. We are Kings of Leon. Our new album, Can We Please Have Fun, is out now.
Never seen less effort put into one of these promotions. Hello, Australia. We're Kings of Leon. Watch again.
Hello, Australia. We are Kings of Leon. Our new album, Can We Please Have Fun,
angry.
is out now. Enjoy.
Can we please have fun now?
Well, the ironic thing is it's called Can We Please Have Fun, and he's delivering it like that. And, I mean, speaking about before sort of the idea of, having nothing to say artistically or whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody speaks more to that idea than Kings of Leon to me right now.
Yeah. Which is...
I think they've done some cool stuff.
Yeah.
I think Only by the Night, I think the Sex on Fire album actually was really big for me.
Yeah.
But this is some shit that you just never want.
This is on some shit.
Yeah, it's bad. No, that's hilarious. I love touring out, begrudging tour and album announcements from legacy acts.
Yeah.
What a genre on social media.
Awesome.
I really actually put that quite highly.
Yeah,
There's Jamiroquai's got a really good one that Bridie found of I'll try and include a bit here.
Yeah. It's awesome.
What's up, Australia? Come and see ya, Australia. We're coming down, Adelaide. Come and see ya. Gonna play the hits. Gonna play the fun ones. Come and see ya. Let's go.
Hey, you Chinese? Nah, I'm Vietnamese. Me too. I'm black Vietnamese. Yeah. Hey, see y'all later. Hey, you Chinese? Me too. I'm black Vietnamese.
Robbie and I...
So, who is filming? And finishing with See You Later? What is that?
Hey, see y'all later.
See you later.
Like he's performing to a doting audience. That's his conclusion.
This man should have...
Yeah, he should.
this is his show. Someone... Man on the street.
He needs to have his own show.
Charisma. I'll see you later.
I thought that was really funny. I love what he's wearing. I love the energy. I love that he's got a face mask halfway on. I love that I don't know who he thinks is filming or who he thinks he's performing to.
Yeah.
What a man.
Yeah.
What a man.
There's an argument to be had about it being exploitative, but having spent time around older or unwell people who have that kind of vibe, they love the spotlight and the attention, and it's so funny indulging this kind of litness. I'm black Vietnamese. Da. Now see you later. Just having a good time in the streets, interacting with people. So funny, so good.
It's what Kings of Leon should be doing, and they're not. Bringing good vibes.
Fuck, they're so boring.
Hey, I've got to tell you about something, if that's all right.
Of course.
And then we'll wrap up very soon.
Yeah.
Last night, me and Will went to see Kieran J. Callanan in Sydney.
How was it?
Performing one of the last shows of his, If I Could Sing album tour.
Already?
Yeah, he's Brisbane next week. Great show.
Yeah.
Excellent show. Really the best I've heard his voice. I think live.
Really?
To be honest, yeah. It was really cool.
just another song about drugs. Me and you, no curfew, pushing through tomorrow. Everybody let me.
When he was supporting Mac DeMarco, when he, all this shit happened and Laneway got cancelled, that was the best I'd seen him, and it was like jaw-droppingly incredible.
Overwhelmingly, it was a fantastic performance. What happened on the way there? So me and Will had a nice dinner in Newtown, driving to Oxford Art Factory. At the intersections, occasionally you'll find people a bit down on their luck, sort of offering to clean your windshield for some coins. Mm-hmm. Everyone's probably seen these people. It's if you do you help them usually? What? How do you?
I never have cash, but if I have cash, I'll do it.
Yeah. It's nice too, and you can if you do. And last night was a really interesting thing because Sydney's been going through quite a wet patch. It was pouring down rain, and there was a guy offering that.
In the rain?
In the rain.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I've never seen that.
Nah, that
never
sucks.
seen that. That was really confronting, actually.
Sucks.
But Will said something. He said when we were just like remarking on that, like, wow. And we just both sort of lost it. And Will said, like, geez, all out of ideas. All out of ideas.
So he couldn't figure out a better idea than windscreen washing in the rain.
I don't think I've witnessed a more desperate version of not having any ideas.
Will saying that is fucked. It's very funny. Yeah, because it's just fundamentally it's not a good idea, is it?
It's your last resort idea, and this is the only time ever that it would negate your job is when it's raining to this degree. Yeah. And you are so out of the loop for whatever reason, and we wish these people the best. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's obviously fucked, and I don't mean to suggest like we're like, again, wish them well, but that was confronting, and it just was funny. I'm sorry, is that bad? Is that wrong?
It's bad and wrong, and I'm with you on it.
Okay.
It's bad and wrong, and I find it funny too because it's so silly.
Oh,
it's so silly to watch
so
windscreen.
sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
It's very silly to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Need to think of a new rain version of the street business.
And it must have, the other thing that's confronting about it is that it's been almost a fortnight of the heaviest rain Sydney's ever experienced. So this can't have been the first.
That's crazy. Did he look unwell?
I think he probably was.
Because you know what I'm thinking about? It could almost be genius.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're like, man, you really that desperate for money?
Oh.
Hey, don't worry about the window here.
Oh, okay.
It's raining. Oh. Could be fucking genius. Might have been his biggest night.
Hey.
Might have been his biggest night, honestly, right?
And look at this. I'm the fool. Now I'm the fool.
It could have been probably was his biggest night.
He's playing a smarter game than we even gave him credit for.
Because the whole thing's built on sympathy and empathy. So like this fucking puts it on, right? It puts it onto steroids. Like, this man's playing.
Our good friend Jim from Mild Life shared with us an amazing AI song that he made about this show.
Yeah.
So I would love to basically play it out, if that's right with you.
Sure, you don't have a love?
I love this. I love Jim. I love Mild Life's new album, Chorus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got given. Do you know?
Why haven't we talked about this on pod?
I don't fucking know.
It should be the last vinyl on in right there.
Okay, here it is. Yeah. So Jim and the band.
I'm so sorry.
I can't believe that we haven't either. So Jim and the band incredibly sent us a beautiful vinyl each, signed by the group of their new album Chorus, with a lovely message.
Look at that. And then with this, I posted this on the story. It says, Robbie and Dart, thank you for all of your support. God bless you, Mild Life XO. And it's a signed copy of their fucking awesome new album Chorus. Unreal. Never had anything like this ever given to me
So awesome.
before. Treasured forever. And, I picture like fantasy, like podcast. We have like a space one day to record up on the wall.
Of course. Absolutely.
Awesome.
And now we're going to play for you in full the little AI-assisted ditty that Jim made about the podcast. Thank you so much for being with us. We hope that you're doing well. Patreon, of course. Get involved. Fortnightly exclusive stuff.
Yep.
Follow us on the socials. Dart's doing an incredible job of keeping you up to date there. And see you soon. Cheers. Bye.
Hit play on the cash system, meet up. Tune in, let the voice of the streets touch. Robbie and Dart, they the host, bruh. Breaking it down, making heat, no such thing as a dull convo, they lift you. Dropping them gems in your ears, it's official. 90s vibes, beats stay so crucial. Welcome to meet you, every EP's an issue. Bassline rumble, kick, snare, hat. Podcast kings, lay it down flat. On the mic, Robbie's got the flow so sweet. With Dart dropping facts, each episode's a treat. They talk, they laugh in the 90s beat on Welcome to Meet You, the banter's elite. Weekly drops, bringing topics so fresh. From street art to sneakers, they mesh. Two kings of the cast, they confess. Every session with them is just success. Pour a drink, recline, feel the vibe. Robbie and Dart, the kings of the tribe.